Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
First in the nation primary, your first in the nation primary. I wonder who kept you there. Trump. Less than 3 months from now, we're going to win the New Hampshire primary for a third straight time. And we're going to look at all these people up there. I didn't even see you. Wow, what a group. And we're going to crush crooked Joe Biden. He is a crooked man. And we're going to make America great again. We're going to make it great again. And so under crooked Joe Biden and the far left lunatics are desperate to stop us by any means necessary. You got to watch, you know, we're going to have a lot of votes. We're going to have plenty of votes. The big thing that we all fear, everybody in this room fears, is the way they cheat in elections. It's the second most question. I think the first question I get from people come up and talk, and they say, "Sir, could I ask you a question?" Yes. How do you take it? That's my first question. Because this isn't supposed to happen to a former president who's very popular. I got 75 million votes. I got, and that's their count, okay, which is a phony count, but I got votes, more votes than any sitting president in history. And I went from 63 to 75. That's the biggest increase. There's never been a president. Most presidents, like Obama, got less the second time by millions. They're weaponizing law enforcement for high-level election interference because we're beating them so badly in the polls. You know, I don't know if you've been seeing the polls. The polls are going through the roof. And I think you like me the way you've liked me. We've had a great love affair. What you're seeing now is something that you've never seen before. Now you're seeing the most incompetent people in the history of our country running this country with open borders and all of the things they're doing. You know, your taxes are going to go up 4 times. Your energy prices have gone through the roof. All of the inflation that would have never happened. It was caused by energy. With me, you were going to have low energy, so you would have never had any. We had no inflation. We had the best economy in history. But you know, it's going up. So when you see, it's no longer just you like me and you like my policies. You see what's happened to this country, the stupidity, the fact that maybe in a way, one of the most important things, we're not respected anymore in the world. They laugh at us. They think this guy, and again, I would have never talked about him with this disrespect until they indicted me. Once they indicted me, I said, I mean, it can't happen. And they indicted me for nothing. They indicted me for criticizing the election. They indicted me for things, and virtually every legal scholar you read says, how can it happen? They got me in New York, where my company turned out to be a great company instead of a bad company. They indicted me because they said I inflated numbers, and my numbers, it turned out, were extremely conservative, just the opposite of what. And now they don't know what to do, and the judge is being made to look, he's a radical left person, and he actually accused me of something before the trial started. And now it's sort of coming home to play. We'll see what happens, but it's a disgrace. Can you believe you even have to say it? Pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. How about we will stop the sexual mutilation of your children? Can you believe? No. Can you believe you have to say that? Can you imagine if if somebody got up here 15 years ago and made this say, we will stop the sexual mutilation of your children, they'll say, is this guy? No, we will stop it. Can you believe this, that you have to say it? I will not give 1 penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate. And the other thing, and I said it, I alluded to it before, but who would ever think that this is even a possibility? I will keep men immediately out of women's sports. Can you believe that you have to say that? It's embarrassing to say it because people... We will restore free speech, and I will secure our elections once and for all, and we will do it properly. And in conclusion, this is what we must do to restore our country to greatness. The USA is a mess. Israel is under attack. Our economy is cratering. Inflation is totally out of control. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea are formed together as a menacing and destructive coalition like probably we've never seen before. Our currency is crashing, and I will soon no longer think of it. It's soon going to not be the world standard based on what's happening right now, which will be the greatest defeat. Once our currency is no longer the world standard, that will be the greatest defeat that we've had as a country in 200 years. Then we will revert to third world status. It won't happen with me, not even a little chance. Just like Russia would never have invaded Ukraine, China would not even have thought about raiding Taiwan. And the attack on Israel would never have happened, again. Iran had no money. They were broke. We would have left Afghanistan with dignity and strength instead of our greatest embarrassment in history with the loss, and I'm so sorry, but the loss of your children and your family. If you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration. We pledge to you that we will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country, that lie and steal and cheat on elections and will do anything possible. They'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America and to destroy the American dream. The real threat is not from the radical right. The real threat is from the radical left. And it's growing every day, every single day. The threat from outside forces is far less sinister, dangerous, and grave than the threat from within. Our threat is from within, because if you have a capable, competent, smart, tough leader, Russia, China, North Korea, they're not going to want to play with us. And they didn't. Despite the hatred and anger of the radical left lunatics who want to destroy our country, we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you all.
Fix our election system, Let's get rid of the Dominion machines that are being used illegally and unconstitutionally. Back in 1979, the first governor to use them was John Sununu, who never had it voted in through the state legislators and started using them illegally. He signed off on it, okay? So nothing can be done when you state with your elections if it's not voted by the state legislature. So they're being used illegally and unconstitutionally.
And being part of the great awakening for common sense back into American life. We've been waiting 50, 60, 80 years for people to wake up, come to common sense. We know what the liberals are. We know what the left is. We know what communism is. We know how it's seeped into our society for such a long time, and we fell asleep. We didn't know how much our freedom was taken away from us. You don't have freedom anymore. You can't speak out. You can't do your own thing.
My name's Eric Roberts. I Came to New Hampshire, Claremont, from upstate New York, to see Trump deliver some remarks here tonight about his upcoming political campaign. Not much has changed as far as his platform, which is what I like. Here on Veterans Day, he gave a good shout out to veterans. I'm with the National Guard with New York, so that was really nice. For me personally, I don't really think I don't really watch the news too much. I think a lot of me supporting Trump just has to do with just simple observations from my surroundings. I don't think our country's in a very great place right now. When he was in office, we had, our economy was great. We had really low gas prices. We had a lot of, my grocery bill is killing me currently. A lot of people don't think that the president has a lot to do with the, the price of gas, but I disagree. I think it does, especially since he was able to obtain energy independence. The first thing Biden did, he shut down the Keystone Pipeline, which was a huge blow, at least in the Northeast region. Yeah.